What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniel, and today we're going to take a look just how bad my suspension setup was. Just a disclaimer out there, please make sure you have the right tools and help before you try and tackle installing suspension yourself. I don't want any of you guys taking on this job and thinking you can handle it and end up hurting yourselves. If you checked out my last video, you must know that I got a bunch of new parts for my E46. One of the major mods that I purchased was a brand new set of STX coilover suspension, which are made by KW Suspension. Now, I am not going to go over just how amazing these are. I definitely think that if you do want to invest in a set of coilovers, you should definitely do your own research and look up some YouTube reviews to see what other fanatics have to say. This past weekend, my uncle and I decided to tackle installing this on a Saturday afternoon, which by the way was freaking hot, and we are still currently under a heat warning here in Toronto. So if you're watching this in Toronto, please stay hydrated. Unfortunately, I didn't get much footage from the install due to the fact that it was a super hot environment and we were both learning as we go. So we were kind of under a very stressful situation. Before tackling on this suspension install, I did my homework and watched and read a lot of different tutorials online so that I could educate myself and my uncle at the same time. Now, the install itself went pretty well. We started installing the rear suspension components first. Everything was very straightforward. We unbolted the old Koni shocks, pushed down the rear control arm, and yanked out the rear springs. And to no surprise, my rear setup was shot. The shocks itself was not rebounding anymore, and the adjustable collars on the rear springs was seized to the point of no return. Now, comparing the new ST rears to the Koni rears was a no contest. I not only needed to refresh the rear suspension, but made sure that I installed the reinforced shock mounts as well. Now, this time around, I made sure not to only refresh the whole rear suspension setup, but this time around, I reinforced it with the reinforcement rear plates. Now, moving on to the front, this was the part that really got me on my toes due to the fact that I had to be super careful when removing my OEM BMW carbon fiber strut brace. I didn't want to break this part at all, and if I did, I'll be super heartbroken due to the fact that these pieces are super rare and it has skyrocketed in the secondary market. Uninstalling the front coilovers, I discovered that not only was it shot, the driver's side shock tower mount was actually cracking. Luckily, my uncle had the tools to sand it down, weld, smooth out the welded material so that it is a bit even. Now, this is not the perfect solution, and honestly, I just wanted it to not crack anymore. So my uncle, he did do a very kind of like botch job, but personally, I didn't mind due to the fact that I know down in the road I am going to get this refinished. Now, taking out the front coilover shocks, I noticed that the shock mounts were uneven and that it was not even absorbing any contact on the road anymore. I think I luckily had a strut brace to even the shock absorption a little bit so that it didn't cause additional damage. Now, the front passenger side was worse. When I took out the old coilovers, the whole unit was leaking and it wasn't even suitable for driving anymore. We quickly discarded the old suspension, cleaned up the area, and installed new coilovers with reinforcement plates that will even the impact. And of course, when installing new coilovers, you need shorter end links as well. Now, when this was all said and done, we lowered the car and went for a test drive. Let me tell you, it was night and day. The suspension was very comfortable, quiet, didn't make any weird squeaking noises, and for sure it felt like new again. Now, I am very fortunate in a way that I am in a position to refresh my suspension components, and at the same time, this is actually just a summer car and not as a daily, and if this was a daily, this could have been very, very bad. But enough about the talk about the suspension setup. Let's see how it looks when it's all said and done. Personally, I think the fronts should be lower, but this is the lowest it can go. These are the performance coilovers or after all, so these are meant for track and not really meant for a show and shine. The rears, I think I should raise a bit. When I corner, it still rubs, and that mainly is because of the aggressive fitment that I am going for. Once again, I think the overall ride quality, like I said, is amazing. I would do this all over again in a heartbeat. So there you have it, guys. This was my overall experience with my new suspension install. Let me know in the comment section down below what suspension setup you're running, and if you have any plans on refreshing it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It only takes a couple of seconds and it really helps me a lot in the long run. But until then, see you next time.